welcome to Twisted Dice, and this week we are going competitive. We're trying the new missions, and we've got the new Genestealer Cult versus Tyrainds. Today we're going to be using one of the brand new missions from the Grand Tournament 2022, Data Scry Salvage. In this mission we've got two criteria we've got to meet to get primary points. For the first one, it's domination. Control 2 objective markers for 4 points, control 3 objective markers for 4 points, and to score another 4 points if you control more than your opponent. For the second part of this mission, which is a new one to us, which is called Data Interrupt, which is an action. To perform this action, you must have some of your units on other objectives in the no man's land, providing that none of your opponent is sat upon that objective, and you need to have one unit sat upon your home objective to activate it at the end of your movement to score up to a maximum of 3 points. Today we're going to be using the ITC format for ruins. If you're in the ruins, bottom floor, you cannot be seen. But that also does mean that you cannot shoot out with it neither. But it also does give you a benefit of +1 to your cover save. We're also going to be using woods, which offers dense cover, breachable, defensible and difficult ground. Also got 4 ruin walls towards the edge of the boards, which offers defense lines, breachable, defense, cover, defendable, unstable positions. Tyrainds, the great devourer, the destroyer of worlds, and the ender of planets. Today, Mikey is going to be bringing the High Fleet Leviathan. He's also going with a single battalion and using the army renowned, the Crusher Stampede. First HQ choice, Mikey's going in with a Hive Tyrant with 2 devouring Breach Leech Worms, the Void Crown as a relic, Psychic Spells, Catalyst, Psychic Scream, Smite. Next up, Mikey's going in with another Hive Tyrant, which is his Warlord. He is going to be armed with Rending Claws, Bone Swords, and he's also going to have wings. The last HQ choice is the Swarmlord. Swarmlord is great for getting those extra units to move across the board, get them a little bit closer towards the enemy. So next up, Mikey's going in with the Tyranid Warriors as his troop choice. In the elite slot, Mikey's taken some Tyrant Guard, and he's also taken 4 Venom Tropes. So in the fast slot, Mikey's taken Raveners. Very, very quick across the board. If you play these right, they can be in your opponent's face very quickly. Moving then over to heavy support, Mikey's taken an Exocrine, and he's also taken a Tranafex. Scary as it is, the Exocrine, if he stays still, he has the ability to fire twice, and that is so powerful. Mikey's favourite unit, the Trigon, being his last heavy support. And last but not least, his flyer, the Harpy. A Genestealer Cult is created from a single source. A Genestealer Cult can hide in plain sight for many years before the uprising will begin. Today, for the Genestealer Cult, we're going to be going with a Twisted Helix, and we're going to be going with a single battalion. So in my battalion detachment, I'm going to be going in with the Primus as my Warlord. Having that toughness 4 makes him a better choice. I'm also going to be going with the relic of the Hand of the Aberrants. Hopefully I've said that right. Having that flat 3 damage, hopefully that'll be quite handy going up against those bigger bugs, giving that extra damage. For my second HQ choice, I'm going to be going with the ACOLYTE ICONWARD to give me that +1 to charge. And then my third HQ choice, I'm going to be going with a JACKA. Now I'm also going to be playing the CP to give her an artifact, which is going to be the better sniper rifle. So for my troop choice, I'm going to be going in with 2 NEOPHYTE hybrids, 2 squads of those, squads of 20. Both of them are going to have the ICONWARDs. One squad is going to have 2 mining lasers, as the other squad is going to have 2 mining lasers and 2 seismic cannons. Looking how the cult icon works at the moment, the only way you're really going to benefit from this is if you have a big squad of 20. And what this allows you to do in your command phase, it allows you to bring back D6 models back into the neophytes. Next up, something cheap and cheerful. Acolyte Hybrids only coming at 45 points. I want 4 squads of these, minimal, just so I can come in back lines, take secondaries, and also think about taking the new primary objectives. So for my elites, I'm going to be taking a Biophagus. This is to booster my aberrants to make them a lot stronger. Once it comes into the field, I'm hoping to give them Feel No Pain and Exploding Sixes. So the Biophagus is going to be the Alchemist Supreme. The plan is when he comes into the battlefield, he will buff up the squad of aberrants and give them the 5-up Feel No Pain. And then at the end of the movement phase, I want to give that same squad the Exploding Sixes. That's if I read this correctly. It would be awesome if you could drop some comments down below if you agree with me in this, if this is the way it should be worded. So next up, I'm going to be taking 2 squads of 10 PURESTRAIN Genestealers. Now having a 4-up invulnerable save, it makes them so much more survivable than they once was. Last up in my fast attack, I'm going to be going with 2 squads of 3 of the RIDGERUNNERS, all going to be going in with the heavy mining lasers, and also going to be taking the flare launchers to give them the 6-up Feel No Pain. Going into turn 1's movement phase, and the Genestealer Cult wins the roll-off. And I can't believe I forgot to do the scout move upon the RIDGERUNNERS, which could give me a great opportunity to get bead on some of the bigger bugs. End of movement for the Genestealer Cult. Bringing everything out from the blips means that if Mikey went first, it stops him from getting 9 inches into my deployment zone, which is quite big. It stops, hopefully would have stopped a lot of things charging. But now, for myself, coming out of the blips, it means I've got more control. I don't have to declare on which is coming out where. I'm just going to then start revealing those units out. So the NEOPHYTEs into the centre. The NEOPHYTEs I've brought out, they've advanced to try and cap some of the ejectors in the middle. I've brought the Primus out on the battlefield. And I've also got the RIDGERUNNERS. They can move 14 inches, so they've pulled out either side. One of them has got a target onto a big bug there, as 3 of them have got a target onto a big bug there. We have got that spore cloud over there at the moment, which is giving it the -1 to hit. I believe he's in range of that. Yep. You would have definitely set him up so you'll benefit from that. So it makes it quite hard to punch him off, but we're going to start trying to put some bits off him to give him the +1. And if I can get that, boom, we are all in. There is no psychic. I've opted to go for no psychic phase in this turn. What I will do though, to start thinking about putting the rod down, we'll start performing that action into this corner here from this squad. So first up for shooting, we're going to be using the SANCTUS, and he's going to be targeting upon the exocrine. One of the new cool rules with the SANCTUS, it has the ability of Soul Sight, where it automatically hits his target. Needing a 5 to wound. Here we go. It's a 6. Oh, we should have done it on the dice tray, but yay, we got it in there. With the SANCTUS successfully wounding the Tranifex loses 2 wounds from the sniper rifle, but because I've got 4+ onto wound, he also takes an additional mortal wound. Next round of shooting is going to be the JACKA, targeting upon the Tranifex again, but having that -1 to hit from the Venom throats makes it a little bit more tricky, but having the marker gives me the +1 to hit, bringing it back on 2s, but unfortunately we're unable to hit or wound. Okay, so we're going to go with the RIDGERUNNERS next. They're going to be our next ones, and they're going to target onto Big Bertha herself. Not she's called Big Bertha.
No, Tyranifex not Tyver gone, although they're the same kit.
Exactly. We won't be a...
It's hard to tell what bug's what when it's screaming at you.
Yeah, here we go. So 3d3, we've got 3 of them shooting. That's not bad. So needing 4s to hit. Not bad. 3 hit. 4 do not. Needing 3s. 2 go through Mikey.
Okay. 5 up invols.
Oh, 1 goes through, 1 does not.
D6 damage -1.
We need big numbers. Oh,
1 damage.
2. Oh. nearly, but we got some wounds off. So we just got 1 more here to deal some damage, which we'll fight over. I don't think the other one will get. How many wounds she got? Oh, she got over 9, isn't it? So that wouldn't actually make any difference.
It's not a character either, so it doesn't matter.
So 3 more shooting over there. So let's see how many shots we get off. Need big numbers. Needing 4s. That's so much better. And then needing 3s. 2. Uh-oh.
5 ups.
Oh!
Yes.
End of turn for the Genestealer Cult, only scoring 2 secondary points and only using 2 CP for the Genestealer Cult. Let's pray for turn 2 for the Cult being a lot better than the first. Going into the movement phase for the Tyranids, how is Mikey going to react to the Genestealer Cult? Will he overextend himself, leaving himself exposed at the back, or will he still remain cagey and wait for the reserves to come in for the Cult? With the new deep strike rules for the Genestealer Cult coming in only 8 inches away from your opponent, it makes it a little bit more trickier to screen off, but it doesn't make it impossible. The question is, has the Genestealer Cult played enough mind games with the Tyranid swarm to make him hold back, or will the hunger and the drive for biomass make him rush across the battlefield to take those objectives and go after dinner?
Move. Here. The Harpy has got 30 inches. What I might do is just... Yeah, so now I'll have Stranglehold. Okay, in my command phase, with 3 seconds of bioweapon bonds, I just plopped +1 to hit on the Harpy, +1 to hit on the Exocrine, and +1 to hit on their own unit, the big unit of 9 warriors, and that was it. And then movement phase, I've just moved the warriors out, move these guys onto this objective here, because then in my next turn I can start getting the primary points. Actually, I think I could do it this turn, can't I? For the holding how many objectives I hold.
Yes, you can.
So that would be doing that at the end of this movement phase. So that'll give me 2 points for how many I hold. And then just shuffle the X-Cream round. Hive Tyrant here is still within range of the 3 Tyrant Guard underneath here. Yeah, just double checking. And can't quite get in the middle for Warp Ritual yet, but I need to get 3 turns out of 5, so should be okay, just moving up in a position for that. I've moved 1 unit of Raveners over onto this objective, and the Harpy's flown over and just touching on the edge of this objective, so that gives me 2 in the middle.
Going into the Psychic phase for the Tyranids, the Hive Tyrant casts off Catalyst, 5 up Feel No Pain on the Tran effect, and the second Flying Hive Tyrant casts off Synaptic Barrier, giving the Harpy a 4 up Invuln.
I'll spend a CP for the X-Screen to counter standing still, as if it didn't move. So the +1 to hit wasn't really worth anything, but it wasn't worth putting on anything else with a bioweapon bond. So he counts as having not moved, and we'll start by shooting the second Ridge Runner, not the one I put the horror on, the other one.
It's a unit.
Oh, it's a unit, is it?
Yeah, it's a unit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, you learn something new every day. And then wounding on toughness 6.
Yeah, with T6.
So wounding on 3s as well. So that's 6 at -3 AP.
I've got no saves on that.
So
Damage.
it's 2 damage each.
Here we go. So got the Feel No Pains on these.
Which we saved 2.
So next up we're going to be having
this unit of warriors. I'm -1 to hit through there, but obviously I've put bioweapon bond on themselves, so they'll be hitting on 3s because my ballistic skill with rapid adaptation, that's weird to say, puts them on a standard ballistic skill of 3 up. So it's 3d3 shots, only strength 5s.
Go for it.
So we're hitting on 3s, strength 5. So.
Oh no, 3 more go through.
That's just 3 wounds. Has 2d6 shots of his Barb Stranglers.
And where's the Harpy shooting, Mikey?
Same unit.
Back into there again.
11.
Ooh, nasty.
So 3s. And then we've got strength 7, so 3s. So just 3 at -1 AP. Oh no, -2, sorry.
No, they all go through. So 4 Feel No Pains first of all. Save 1. This one at a time. No, it goes through, and then onto the other one.
That's 6, yeah, saved it.
Yay! Okay, so one does die. Does he blow up? Oh, he does.
So that's it for my turn. I didn't realise that the Ridge Runners were a unit, so I learnt that was my mistake, because I thought if I kill one of those, I'll get the points for grinding them down, but now I get nothing.
Well, no, because I didn't kill anything this time.
You know, I didn't kill any of your units.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very, very, very true.
So I do get 3 points for Stranglehold, because I hold 3 objectives, and I do get 2 points for the primary this turn from performing my action data intercept on this objective whilst I have, at the end of my turn, whilst I have center objectives. So that'll put me on 5 points for now. Don't get any warp ritual because I'm not there yet. So that's it, end of my turn.
Going into turn 2 for the Genestealer Cult, we're scoring 8 points off the primary, holding 2 objectives. Scouring the battlefield, I can see an opening in Mikey's back lines, which is going to allow me to get in my Abrams and also my Biophages, as well as my Genestealers. Whether or not this was left open as a trap, we're going to take advantage of it anyway. To the centre of the board, I brought in another squad of 10 Genestealers just to try clear off the Tran effects, and I brought in some ACOLYTE hybrids just into the corner to hold the back objective, but also a chance to put down Rod. A squad of Abrams just there, aiming onto these 2 units here. He's my biggest concern. He can fly, he can do a lot of damage. We need to deal with him, and I need to try and get into the nitty gritty, into the middle. If I can distract Mikey enough, hopefully that should work out in my favour. And I've still got a squad of ACOLYTE hybrids into the shadows, just waiting to come back into turn 3 to see if I can hold off other things. So I have got a squad of ACOLYTE hybrids into the corner. While we've got this in play, we're going to perform an action in that corner to do Rod into that corner. So I mean, I've now got 2 rods deployed, 2 rods
that corner,
in action. That's it.
And that corner.
And then we're going to do here, we're going to do Rod. We're going to perform the action for the primary one here. So hold that one. Because I am infantry, I've got objective. I'll have should have objectives secured on that.
Yep.
So that one, and that one,
and
that one. But I don't know if I can have both of those though.
I don't know that.
I don't think you can. So it would just be the one at the back. So we'll have that one and that one, ruling as they can't take 2 objectives. So we're just going to say for this one they can only hold 1, which would be that one over there. So meaning I've got 2 points for my primary straight from the bounce on that. So that's good. So the psychic, there is none. So I'm going into shooting. This is where we're going to make this fun. We're going to make this interesting. We're going to start off with the Sanctus into the corner. Of course, also hit him with his special ability. Straight onto the big bug. Needing a... Is it the big bug we want to go for? It is the big bug we want to go for. Needing a 5. We'll CP that. We'll do this fella here first of all.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot into him for 2 shots. Oh wow, dice have just gone cold. Not going so good. So it have to be the Ridge Runners now. Okay, so that's not too shabby. Needing 5s, just the 1. We do get a wound in there.
A 5 up invult. Oh Jesus!
There's like a dice graveyard behind there. Okay. Yeah, 4 wounds. I can live with that.
Down
I can live with that.
6. Oh no, I've got catalyst. 4 wounds. I forgot about that. Save 2. Down to 8. Still in top bracket.
Oh, right. Okay, so end of that shooting. It did take the might of everything here to finish off the 3 little dudes there. In my head, I thought they were better than what they were. They still done some damage, which was cool. What actually sealed their fate was the pistol from the Primus. He just shot him to death with his poison pistol, which is really good. So we've got then charges coming up. So what we're going to do, because we've got 9-inch, we've got an 8-inch charge from these onto everything that's there. So the Genestealers there are going to charge onto them, needing an 8. Do I CP this now? I'm gonna have to. Oh God.
Puts you on 10 CP, so you've still got plenty.
Yeah, let's do it. No! Oh,
Oh, good. Goody gumdrops for me.
this is like terrible. So by the way, the biophages did buff up the Abrams at the end of my movement, giving them the
5 up, feel no pain.
Yeah, because we've got 5 up, feel no pain, and the +1 strength, and that's only because the buff I gave spent 15 points at the beginning for the biophages to be a little bit better. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ!
Another
this is
8-inch charge here with the aberrants into.
This is going to be a 7-inch charge because the ICONWARD where we perform the action. Here we go.
Into both of these units here.
Has to be. Come on! I don't want to look. No!
Oh my God!
Okay.
Do you know? I do feel bad for you there. However, I feel like that they've just set themselves up to become dinner.
Oh God, that's like.
They.
How could this turn just like go?
I absolutely messed up here, and I've somehow come out smelling of roses.
I should have got that charger.
Oh.
Right, I've only got one unit now to have saving grace, and it's the Genestealers here. They're going to target upon him and onto them, needing a 9. Oh, come on, please. Please. There is no faith but the faith of the Genestealer Cult. Come on. Oh, come on, please, 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 please.
No. Oh no.
Oh.
This feels like the last game when I played against you with the Orcs, where you failed every single charge in the first turn. Oh dear.
Do you know what? That could be trouble for us.
That could be trouble. But that.
So command phase, Mikey, you're going to be doing some special actions. Is that correct?
The bioweapon bonds from my 3 units of warriors. The big unit of 9 are just going to bioweapon bond themselves.
Cool.
This unit here are going to bioweapon bond this guy, which sounds mad because he automatically hits, but he does get, if he stands still, he's still going to get another 8 shots with his little gun, which will mean he'll be hitting on 3s because I'm going to try and mass firepower into these guys because I'm within range. And then I'm going to put +1 from these guys onto the Harpy. Actually, no, not the Harpy because he'll get a +1 anyway. So this guy here, and that's it.
Cool.
That's it.
Going into turn 2 for the Tyrainds, now scoring 15 points, 12 on primary and 3 on secondary. It gives the Tyrainds a real good lead, and having so much biomass to devour, this is going to get scary for the Cult. So one lucky Tyranid player is like licking his lips right now, going, I got dinner.
So at the end of the command phase, I remembered I put objective secured onto the Harpy, who flew over the top of these Genestealers and landed on this objective. So now he holds the objective, being objective secured, and he managed to kill 3 Genestealers with his spore mines as well, which is a little bonus. At the end of my movement phase, this unit here performed the action. So I've got 1, 2. Right, what we're going to do is quickly, we're just going to start over here with Catalyst, and we're going to put Catalyst back onto this guy because he's going to be very useful for clearing up some crap over there. So yeah, Catalyst back on that guy. And then we are going to Psychic Scream with this guy who can see the edge of that Ridge Runner. So it's just a smite effectively. Yep, goes off. And D3, just 2 mortal wounds on that guy.
2 feel no pains, which none.
He's going to cast the power that gives it 4 up invul.
Yep.
But actually no, there's no point because I think I'm going to kill those guys there anyway.
Oh, there's confidence screaming there.
So
you don't know how good these boys are in combat.
I don't think that the 4 up invul is going to benefit anybody else around, so he's going to do the extra D3 attacks on himself, power. No, it doesn't go off. Ooh. Well, that's saved their bum, I think. So I'm going to re-roll that because I want to make sure I kill them. Yep. So, and then he's going to cast Smite as well.
Okay.
D3, 3 more mortal wounds on those guys. And then the Swarmlord here is going to cast Paroxysm, so fights last onto the Aberrants.
Okay.
Yep.
So quick recap. The Hive Tyrant here shot all the shots into the Ridge Runner, destroying it, taking it down to 1 wound, and then the Exocrine,
The Tyranofex,
putting the final wound nail in the coffin, destroying that. And then over here, he put his Flamers into the Neophytes, taking out 8, but not quite enough to kill the units. He rolled poor on the Flamers. So, Mikey, what is going to be the next thing that's going to shoot?
Okay, the big unit of warriors here, I'm going to spend 1 CP on Flurry. I can't remember what it's called, Flurry of something. Basically, exploding 6s for the shooting or close combat on themselves. Because they're all the same strength, all the same AP, everything like that. All the shots from Barb Stranglers and the Death Spitters going into these guys. So hitting on 2s, exploding 6s, because my rapid adaptation, which is their which I paid thing for, and they bio weapon themselves. So they start a ballistic skill 3+ because of the rapid adaptation before the game, and now they're hitting on 2s. So exploding 6s as well.
Oh, look at you. Now you're getting all the 6s. Where were the 6s when I needed them? Okay, I've got to only hope and pray that we've got enough to do this. Here we go. So needing 6s first of all, because of the -1. Not enough 6s. Oh, I needed your special 6s then, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
And then needing 5s to feel no pain. That looks very, very promising. So that's the first dude dead. Second dude, third dude, and 1 on 1 wound. Exocrine coming up next. Heading on who he's got juicy targets for. Where does he want to shoot, Mikey?
I think we're going to shoot into the Genestealers.
Okay, so -1 because you'll be shooting through the wall.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll just shoot the Aberrants then. I think I can kill the Genestealers.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s. Strength 7.
Don't like that.
So that's fight.
-3
AP. So it's just on your feel no pains. So
damage
they're
on
2
each one.
damage each. So it's a little
down
bit
to
of
1 damage now
Oh.
because of my jankiness. So this will be the feel no pains 5s. Oh, not 1. Okay.
And then the only other shooting is I'm going to spend 2 CP. Single-minded annihilation for these guys to fire into those guys again.
Cool. Here we go.
And then 4s. So
Here we go. So needing -1, isn't it? So 6s. Come on. There's 2 less to worry about. I just need lots and lots of 5s now. Here we go for the feel no pain. Oh.
say 4 more.
So that is 1 dude dead, 2 dude deads, and 1 on 1 wound.
These guys are going to charge Genestealers. So to get across there, I'm going to need 5 to get across. 7.
Of course, you make your charges, don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
So just a recap on charging. The one we know was going to be, we just couldn't fail. That one was the
Trigon into the
Trigon straight into the Genestealers. They happened. However, this was the interesting one. Rolled a 4, missed. Mikey spent a CP. What happened?
I re-rolled it into a 4. Not sure what I needed to get in because I didn't measure it, but I did have adrenal glands for +1, so I'm not sure.
Could you double check?
Yeah. 1 CP.
So Mikey's going to be spending some CP, breaking through onto this bit here. And what does this do, Mikey?
Because I'm strength 7.
Yep.
And you are toughness 4.
I am indeed.
My strength is higher than yours, so every 3 up does a mortal wound to the unit I've charged into.
Ouch. How many dice is it?
however many wounds I have left, so 12. But it goes to a maximum of 6 though. So.
Yeah, sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I've got this. I've got the 6 mortal wounds. Can't be any more. So
Yeah, can't do nothing about that.
So that's 6 dead.
So first up in combat, we're going over here.
So 4 attacks for each of my guys.
So only 3 are going to be able to get the attacks in. So what are we hitting on, Mike?
Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Cool.
Sliding talents. Wound on 4s. So that is 5. 4 ups involves because Genestealer Cult Genestealers are better than Genestealers.
Oh yeah.
2 dead.
2. Okay, so recap over here. The 4-up invulnerable saves is massive now on the Genestealers. It did mean that all the attacks that hit in, I did manage to save 2 of those from all the attacks. That's pretty cool, so I've got 2 left. I did take off 2 wounds, was it?
Yep.
Not bad. With the 5-up invulnerable save, that's strong. Over here, I've got my 3 Genestealers attacking back here. The new stat line for the PURESTRAIN Genestealers makes them so much more survivable. Giving them a 4-up invulnerable save, 4 attacks and hitting on 2s on the bounce makes them a very strong choice, and we're definitely going to see more of these on the battlefield. So hitting on 2s, that's looking good. And your toughness?
4.
4, so needing 4s. Oh, actually, I think I'll be hitting on 3s because they get the Cult Clan.
Yes, they do.
So
if it's the +1 strength Cult Clan.
Yeah, that's it. At the end of round 2 for the Genestealer Cult and for the Tyranids, at the moment, currently, the Genestealer Cult is ahead with 3 points, but it's still all to play with. Having that massive great blow behind the Tyranid lines, not getting the combat in, is massive, and Mikey absolutely devouring the biomass that was brought to him. Going into third battle round for the Genestealer Cult, bringing in my next ACOLYTE hybrids, 5-man, cheap and cheerful to score me my next R&D. My ACOLYTE hybrids only being 45 points, it makes it the perfect squad to score this secondary. Having that ability to come in 6 inches away from your opponent, it makes it very, very easy to score this secondary. So at the end of the Genestealer Cult turn, I'm going to be spending 1 CP to return the ACOLYTE ICONWARD back to the shadow, just to stop Mikey from getting grind them down. At the end of the movement phase, I have 2 units holding primary objectives in the middle. 1 squad of NEOPHYTES and 1 squad of ACOLYTE hybrids, with a squad of ACOLYTE hybrids holding my own objective to create the action to score me 2 more primary points. Let's go into shooting because there is no psychic. We're going to go with the sniper. Sniper is going to try and shoot. How many wounds has he got left?
12.
12. Sniper him first of all, because he's got no invulnerable saves on him, has he?
Nope. Toughness 6.
So let's try. So automatically hitting to wound. Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. The sniper on the bike hits, and a mortal wound, and flat 3 damage, and -3.
5-up invul.
No! You're going to save it. No! Jesus!
So I took a mortal wound though.
You do have a counter on you. That's the main thing.
And I do take a mortal wound.
God damn you.
Oh no.
Anything to try kill this big bug. Right, so 3 Ridge Runners, they are going to target him next. The prolific planning, by the way, for the Primus has targeted him, so allow me to reroll 1s to hit and reroll 1s to wound for core units, which is pretty darn good. Oh, and I forgot to say, in my command phase, I did heal back 6 models for the icon, so bringing back 6 of those models is massive. Okay, so 3 Ridge Runners, see how many shots we get off. Okay, it's time to splat some big bugs. Needing 3s. Oh, I'm not going to re-roll any of those. I'll re-roll one of those, CP it. So for 2, do not save this. Do not save this. Oh, yes! Oh.
2 damage. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The chance I've had to like pop this fellow is just like immense. Right, so here we're going to rapid fire everything from them into him. We'll do this off camera because these are just small arms fire.
And imagine the other unit as well with the lasers and stuff as well.
Yeah, we'll do that all off camera because we don't need to catch that on there. We'll come straight back into combat. Okay, so end of that, shooting with las guns and the laser. It took the whole, basically 2 squads here to take down the big flying thingamajig. Harpy, I've forgotten the names, but we took him down with some laser lights. They're just there flashing at his eye and it just went BAM! Straight into the side of the building. Combat charges. The moment that we're not going to charge anything over here because I'm not chucking anything away for him to just come over and go. The Abrams are going to charge into your fella there, but I'm going to go with these boys first, and they're going to charge onto these. Look more scary. I'm going to do them.
Okay, to the warriors. Yep.
We're in there. And then Abrams, 3, even if that was a 2, we've got it in there. Okay, I would have gone with the Abrams first, but because we've got the fight last psychic spell cast onto the Abrams, meaning I'm going to have to force and bow my head and take it on the chin, meaning that the Abrams are going to hope and pray that they can stave off massive amounts of attacks coming in from that horrible, nasty beastie. But we're going to start with the Acolytes there, the Acolyte hybrids. So we've got 5 of them. Let's see. So we have got, because of the Cult Creed, we've got the +1 strength. Their toughness 4, are they? Oh, so okay. So freeze. Not too shabby. So all those, sir. -1.
So 5 up.
Yeah.
So for me to go first here, I'm going to have to spend 2 CP to interrupt because we're basically fighting at the same time.
Yes.
Because the paroxysm cancels out your guy. That means I would get to choose to swing first somewhere, wouldn't it? And I want to choose to swing first there. So I'm going to have to spend the 2 CP to make sure I get to go first here. Because otherwise it would be spending 2 CP on fight on death to fight again anyway.
Yeah.
So I might as well do it now. He does degrade but not on when he's only lost 2. So
rub it in. Here we go.
So 7 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Siding Talons.
Got another 1. Was that there?
No, that's
oh, it's a 3.
That's a 6 with the twisted dice symbol rubbed off. And then the tail attack. I'll just do that quickly as well. So that does hit. So then the tail attack will be winning on 2s. And then these.
Before we go anything, I'm going to spend some CP. I should have said 2 CP just to do the transhuman.
Okay, so I'm winning on 4s.
Yeah, that's it. Not that made any difference at all.
Okay, so that one doesn't have any AP, and then these 5.
So no AP saved.
Yep, and then those ones are minus 3 AP. So
damage.
D6.
D6. You want to do these all at a time because this will be putting me into my Throne of Pains.
Okay. So it's going to be awkward because of obviously D6 on each one, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll do that one first of all. So -1. Feel no pain. Nope.
So that'll kill that guy.
Yep. For the next one, for 3. 1-on-1 wound.
The next one for 4.
And that'll be 3 again because it's -1.
Oh yeah, -1 damage.
Another 1 dead.
And then this guy gets them all on him. So 8.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. He's dead.
Ouch.
We didn't get to see the Abrams fight in this game, and I can only assure you if they do get into combat, they've got so many attacks. The Abrams can absolutely do some real damage. So over here, Mikey did go first, choose the first squad to activate, and of course they absolutely annihilated the Genestealers. It was only down to 2 dice, but I did fail 2 dice. 4 went through, 2 saved, 2 didn't. So having the 4 up invulnerable saves did make a big difference, but not enough to keep them in the game. Over here, however, going first did mean the Emperor was dead. My Genestealer hitting back did take 2 wounds off, so he has been a little bit of a nuisance on that side. This is like primaries at the moment. I'm ahead. Secondaries, I'm ahead, I believe. But we are going into Mikey's now turn 3. I still do have bits on the board. Is it enough to keep Mikey out of the game, or is it enough for Mikey now to take this away from me? Pray for the 4-armed Emperor. It's coming towards the end of the movement phase for Mikey and the mighty Tyrainds. Been a good move so far?
Yeah, so in the command phase I quickly popped +1 to hit onto this Hive Tyrant, because he was going to have to advance. I knew he was going to have to advance to get round to be within 6 inches of the centre of the board for casting a psychic action this turn, and he can then also shoot those guys. So I've also put +1 to hit on themselves with this unit, and I also put +1 to hit on this guy again, which seems mad because he auto hits with his flamer, but I want as many shots as possible going into these guys, because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to advance. I'm going to move again, so I metabolic overdrive, spent 1 CP to move these guys onto that objective. So any ones does a mortal wound to themselves, so one of them takes a mortal wound. And then I get to, they rolled a 6 for their advance when they moved out from under here. So that means I still get another 12 inches. So.
Turn 3 for the Tyranids. The biomass is just there on the platter waiting to be taken. Coming into this round, at the end of the movement, Mikey scores himself a whopping 26 points, holding himself 23 for the primary and 3 for the secondary. Mikey has 1 unit holding onto the middle objective, with 1 unit of warriors activating it, giving that point. Mikey's Crushing Stampede is doing extremely well in this battle. Even though we are still scoring low points in the battlefield with the new secondary missions, it's definitely something still to get used to.
Yeah.
4 for hold 2.
Yeah, not doing very well on the primaries in a minute. Hopefully that will change as the next 2 turns go on.
I think it'll be interesting, yeah.
So, Psychic. We'll start with, this guy's going to put Catalyst onto the big guy again. Goes off on a 6. And then he's going to cast... oh no, he's not going to do anything, because now he's going to do Psychic Action. So, because he's got the Void Crown, he can cast a Psychic Power and do Psychic Action. So, I'm going to have to CP that. I just needed it to be a 4. Oh
No!
Didn't even get it. Oh my god.
Does that put you in tears?
It does a little bit. It might only be a 3, but I'll double check that afterwards. But I might have got it, so we'll double check. I know it's low. It's either a 4 or a 3. And then, okay, this guy's going to smite. Yeah, smites that little fella off.
Yeah, can't save that. He did.
And that's it. Hit for that. And then this guy over here is going to smite as well. No, doesn't go off. So he'll cast the extra attacks on himself as well. That does go off.
Cool.
That's it for Psychic.
So from the Flamer and the normal guns shooting into the Neophytes, did kill off quite a lot, only leaving 9 left.
Yep.
Now moving then over to the Warriors to finish off the duty. Going on over to the Warriors then to finish off what's left of the Neophytes.
So it's Barb Stranglers and Death Spitters. I rolled the 3d6 and I only got, oh no, it should have been an extra 2 because of the, 1 had to be at least a 3. So
No worries.
yeah, so we got some shots hitting on 2s because of all my lovely little buff.
Yeah, we're trying not to.
Not like I've ever done it.
we need quite a lot of these saves. So here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, is that enough?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No.
So that's them gone. And then...
So ends of the shooting phase for the Tyranids. The Hive Tyrant here did blast away the 5 remaining dudes, well, the 5 dudes holding that back here. They've done what they needed to do. Over here in combat, the Trigon did, not Trigon.
Yeah, Trigon.
Trigon did kill the one Genestealer. He did manage to get 1 wound back. And then over here,
the X-Screen in the shooting phase shot off the
Biophagus. Yes.
And in the shooting phase as well, these guys absolutely annihilated that 20-man unit. This Hive Tyrant did finish those off. Combat phase, he finished those off. So all in all, I'm sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives, 3 in the middle.
Let's work out the scores, because I think now this is where the tables turn and turns more for the Tyranids. Going into turn 4 for the Genestealer Cult, and it's not looking promising. Scoring a whopping 29 points, 15 on primary and 14 on secondary. The Crushing Stompede for the Tyranids are definitely holding up very well against the Genestealer Cult. In my command phase, meticulous planner was put upon the Venom throats from a Primus to allow me to have that reroll 1s to wound. Let's go into no psychic, so we'll go shooting. So we'll start off with, let's go with the pistol here, shooting into the Venom throats. Would be hitting on 2s, but now hitting on 3s. And in 2s, yep. That goes through.
5 up invul.
You loved it. You loved it.
He loved it.
Right, these guys here are going to shoot into them. So start with the 2
2 lascans and a seismic in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's all they can see. They can see these warriors, but
yeah. Let's do it. Let's go for it. So 2 lascannons first of all. 1 hit, 1 wound.
5 up. I'll roll the lucky dice again. No, not so lucky dice now.
D3. 2.
I don't. There's not -1 on that, so it does kill that guy.
Oh, I did get 1. Yay!
Yeah, because infantry don't get the -1.
So this is 3 shots. So going to be needing 5s. Reroll the 1s. 2 hit. Strength 6. So needing 3s. Oh, brilliant. So that is -2.
5 involves.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the day. I passed 1.
Another 1 dead.
Another 1 dead.
Yay! And then we'll get loads and loads of shots.
And then 5s. Rerolling 1s.
Okay. Oh, 4. No AP, sir.
5 up. No, it's 1 more dead and 1 down to 2 wounds.
Sniper, the Sanctus is going to shoot into your Tran effects.
This sniper here.
Yes.
Okay.
Auto hits.
Yep.
Needing a 5. Yes! 1 mortal wound straight away from the bounce.
1 mortal wound and 3 damage. It's the relic, isn't it?
No, this is not the relic one. This is 2 damage.
5 up invul. No.
Yeah. So 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Oh, I've got catalyst.
Yes, don't forget catalyst.
No.
So 3 mining lasers now shooting onto him, giving that +1, meaning they're going to be hitting on 3s. That is not great. I'll go with that. And then needing 3s. Oh, 2 go through. I'll CP 1 of those for free. Come on, if we can get a big bug, I'll be happy.
Save 1, so it's 2.
Okay, here we go. Big numbers. 9.
That's enough, even with the minuses to damage.
Yep.
So that's 9. Makes it 7, because of -1 for each of those. So 7. 1, 2, 3. That's coincidental.
Yep, that is indeed.
Catalyst, so I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
So
you would as well, wouldn't you? So then we've got the better sniper. She is going to pop.
she's going to pop into him because she can see him.
If she can.
She can.
Yes, she will.
Yeah, I already checked it earlier.
Tools.
CP reroll.
Can't. I've already done it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh.
One more hit from the grace of the cult. Oh, okay, no worries. No worries. So it just leaves charging because nothing else can shoot. There's nothing else there. Yep. My Primus, first of all, going to shoot into it, charge into him.
Yeah. I don't think you're within an inch. Yeah.
I've been forgetting all the cool strats for the Ridgerunners where I could like then fire and fade type of thing, and I've been forgetting all about that.
But it's not like I've been shooting at them. So.
No, I could have done some cool stuff over here.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! Going in for combat, the Primus easily slays the Venom Thrope. Going in with 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, and with the artifact always winning on 3s with a -2, flat 3 damage. It's a no-brainer. It makes the Primus so much more survivable and more deadlier upon the battlefield. I feel victorious in that 1 kill. So that does set the objectives back in my thing, and I'm just wondering whether it was worth sticking my dude over there to take that objective.
It does stop me from getting control more in as well.
You don't control more though, do you?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm only going to get 8 points.
So it would have stopped you from getting points on that side. So yeah, okay, maybe that would have been the better call to do that. Actually, maybe chucking him over there. But look, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So
turn 4 recap on movement. What I've done is I advanced my Exocrine over here onto this objective, so the Flyrant over there can come into the middle, where the Swarmlord advanced up near him, so he's going to catapult him again in the switch shooting phase. The Tyranid stayed still on 2 wounds, not much he can do. I was thinking about hiding him, but I'm going to utilise his flamers and everything to try and remove this unit here, along with this unit as advanced, but they also bioweapon bonded themselves. So they're still shooting and hitting on 3s even though they advanced. So plenty more shots. I've hidden the Trigon like a coward because just to limit Darren's possible points, because he could come around here, maybe shoot him off, shoot that one off, then gets him 4 points. If he's hidden, I'm only going to lose 2. So yeah, that's it for the movement phase. The psychic phase. Okay, so quick psychic phase. The Hive Tyrant in the middle here cast Catalyst onto this Hive Tyrant and Imperils, and I let it go because he's just hiding there in the middle. And then he also did the Warp Ritual, which is the second turn he's got that, because in the previous turn we did double check and it was the warp charge of 3, so he got the points. So he's got it a second time. And then the Swarmlord cast Onslaught onto these guys, so they count as not having advanced for purposes of shooting. And then this Hive Tyrant cast plus D3 attacks on him, which I didn't roll, so the D3, so he's got another 3 attacks. And then he also cast a 4+ invul save onto this Tyranid, so he has a 4 up. But he also perils, so I had to use my last CP to re-roll that. So that I didn't take any wounds, because I don't want too many injured things out there, because I don't want to give any up points for bring it down. So that's it. So it'll be shooting phase next.
Going into the shooting phase for the Tyranids, the Tyranid and the Warriors just easily shoot off the rest of the Neophytes. So as you can see, I'm minus some Neophytes. And then just to add salt into injury at the end of the shooting.
Yep.
What did you do, Mike?
The Swarmlord told the Hive Tyrant to fly over the top and land back in here. Move again to try and finish off that fellow.
Yeah, okay, so in glorious battle, Mikey said I could go first. He didn't.
Charge. There you go.
Yeah, you can't miss that. Okay, how many attacks have you got?
I have 8 attacks because of his plus extra D3 that he has. 3. So then he's got a tail attack as well, but I think that's a bit of rubbing salt in the wound.
Overkill, right. He's got the swords where it ignores invulnerable saves.
Yeah. AP -3.
Let's do this.
So hitting you on 2s.
Oh, okay.
Hitting you on 3s.
1s and 2s, it's all on for me, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's enough to kill him.
So
That was it.
4 damage each.
And that is definitely that's game. So end of turn 4, secondaries, the Genestealer Cult are ahead, but primaries, Mikey does wipe the floor. Going into turn 5, we're not going to bother rolling out because we know already the outcome. The best I can do is maybe kill the big bug off for 2 points, but it does mean Mikey will then be on 42 points for the secondaries, as I'll be on 31. Primaries, however, at the end of the turn, Mikey, you do sit on a whopping great 38 points, as I'll be sitting on a whopping 24 points. So it does mean that the Tyranids do claim another planet for the biomass and absolutely annihilate the planet for what they come for. That's it. So really good game. This is going to be the first game of the Genestealer Cult. As we go on, I'm going to do a couple more games with these to see how this army fares. So at the end of that game, the Genestealer Cult, there's some really cool tricks in there. We've definitely got a lot of play to do with the Genestealer Cult to get them to where they need to be. It's definitely going to be very situational. So if you can see anything in this list that you think I could have done better or add to the Genestealer Cult to make them a little bit more stronger, please do drop some comments down below. And if you haven't already, please do hit that like and subscribe. We've got more cult content, more Tyranid content coming towards you very, very soon. And for the patrons, we're going to be doing an after report just for the patrons, so you'll be able to sit back and enjoy the after report. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you all again on another tactical guide or even another battle report. Many thanks.